To get started, we are going to need the following tools. So this is 4mm, both of them are 4mm. I like to change them now and then. You're going to need scissors, you're going to need the measuring tape, and I'm going to be using pool skein. This is double knit yarn, 100 grams, and it says we can use 4mm hook. So we are going to make the vest, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure with the vest that I have done before, because I like the size of this vest. So I'm a medium to large, and this fits quite well. So we want our vest to in total be about, let's say, 46 centimeters. 46 centimeters. We're just going to write that down so that we do not forget. All right, so we are going to get started. Let's just go in. Right, so let's start our work with a crochet square or a granny square. So we are going to do that first knot, and we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and then we go back into the same space, 2, 3. Sorry, the color is a bit dark. Let me just come in. All right, so you chain 1, 2, 3. That's our corner, and then we do 3 double crochets in the same space, and then we chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochet in the same space, 2, 3, and then chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets. So we're going to chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and then we are going to slip stitch. So we count 1, 2, and then in the third we slip stitch. All right, so now we're going to do a double crochet by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3. So we are going to go into the same space so that we have a cluster of 3 double crochets. So I did 2 more double crochets, and this is how it looks. Going to chain 1, and then we go into this space to do 3 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 2, 3, and then we go back into the same space, 1, 2, 3, chain 1. We are going to the next space, and we are going to do the same thing that we did in this corner. So 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 2, 3, and then in the same space we are going to do 3 double crochets, 2 and 3. So this is how it looks. I'm going to finish it off, and I'll meet you at the end. Now I want to show you the end here. So you can see that there's 2 of these. So you're just going to chain 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to slip stitch in order to have it look like that, so that there's 2 in the corner. So we're going to do one more, but we're not going to do spaces in between. You don't have to do the spaces in between. Chain 1, 2, 3, and then we are going to go into the next space with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then we are going into the next space. We're not doing spaces anymore. So there's 1, 2, 3. So remember, this is the corner, so we need to chain 1, 2, 3, and then in the same space we do the same thing. 2 and 3. So we are not going to do a space, we're just going to go into the next space in between the 2 clusters. So that's 2 and 3. And then we go into the corner and we do the same thing with 2 clusters and a 3 chain in between. So there is your 3. And then what do? We turn. So I'm going to finish this off going all the way around, and then we're going to start the exciting part. Now I want to show you, when I reached here, I did 3 double crochets, then there's 2 plus that 1. So we're just going to slip stitch, and then we are going to cut off the yarn. So there you go, and then we're going to cut off the yarn to do the next color. So the next color that I'm going to do is going to be this turquoise. It's also the same brand of yarn. So now what we are going to do, I'm going to show you now. This is where we switch things up a bit. So you're going to go into the corner, and you're going to go into the second chain, which is going to be the middle chain. So now at least we'll be able to see the color. So you go in there and you chain 1, 2, 3, and then we are going to go into the next space with 3 double crochets, 2 and 3, and then we are moving into the next space with 3 double crochets. 1, 2 and 3. Now we move into the next space with 3 double crochets. So this is how it looks. One, 2, 3. Chain 1, 2, 3, and we are going into the space. 1, the same space. 2, 3. And then we move into the next space. So I'm just going to move a little bit quickly so that we can reach the end and come back. I'm going to do one more row of this with you, and then we will move on, because it's going to be the same thing until you reach a 2, 3. So actually in this one, on the third one, we are going to just put it in the middle there, the last one, so that it sits nicely. That's 3. Now we chain 1, 2, 3, and we go back into the next space. So this is how it looks. 2, 3, and then we are going back into the spaces. I really need to get a yarn holder or a yarn bowl. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to go back with the same yarn, and then I'm going to do the corner here too, the same as this, and then I'll show you here what we are going to do. All right, so now we are at the end, and what we are going to do is we're going to do 2 double crochet in the space and then 1 double crochet on top of the base. So you're going to count 1, 2, and then in the third you are going to put that yarn through that anchor. All right, so that is how it looks. It's starting to look like how we want it to look. Okay, so this is how it looks. So we're going to join another yarn. So I'm going to chain that and cut off. I'm going to join the brown, but you can join any other color that you want. So now we are going back. So I'm going to join it at the end here. And we are going to chain 3. So that is 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to go into the next space with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then we are going back now. So this is how it looks. So I'm going to show you when we come back what to do one more time, because this is going to be what you will be doing going forward with all the rows until we change it up a bit. 2, 3. So okay, I'm going to go up until here, and then in here we're going to put in 2 plus 1 on the corner, and then we're going to come back and do what we did previously. We have reached the end with this color, so I'm going to show you one more time before I do my rows, and then go one more time on the anchor, and then we're going to cut off and then join the next color. So I'm sorry for the noise, but this is how it looks, and you are going to just continue with going on with the crochet until it is the rows that you are happy with. Don't worry so much about this. Once we get it in line, it's going to work out just fine. So there you go. Okay, so this is sort of the body. It's not finished. We're going to do the underarms. This is where the arms are supposed to be. I have counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this is where I'm going to change things up. So we did 12. Remember, we're still going to do arms going up this side. So I counted up until 12, and then I'm going to crochet up until the end. So I haven't done 46 yet. It's going to be 46 once everything is together. So we are going to now start crocheting to the side. So this is how it is, and then we are going to add on both sides. So let's add the sides. Okay, I am going to use brown before I use the turquoise. Okay, so this must just go this side. I'm going to start on the brown, and I'm going to chain. I'm not going to chain, I'm going to tie this. Okay, so chain 1, 2, 3, and then we go in there with a double crochet and a double crochet. So that's how it looks. And then we go into the next space with 3 double crochets. With 3 double crochets. And the next space with 3 double crochets. The next space. So we are going to just add a few more rows for a medium. So if you are a large, you're going to add 2 more rows than the medium. So here is the medium. We are going to, okay, so this is how it looks so far. I'm sorry about the color, but yeah, I like brown. I needed to use the brown for this color, this fall crochet project. So here I was actually just supposed to do 1, so I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to chain. That is like 1, that's the 1 double crochet, and then to go back you chain 1. We are going to 1, 2, 3, and then we go into this space to do 2 more double crochets to make it 3, and then we go back and we go into this space and we are going to go back with our double crochet. Alright. 3. Okay, let me crochet until the here, and then I'm going to show you how many rows we need to be doing. At the end of the row for the arm or for the underarm, and then we are going to go into the last crochet stitch to do a double crochet. We chain and cut off, and then we add another yarn like we've been doing. Going to add a turquoise to the work, and you're going to continue and do what we have been doing. So you can see in here we're going to do 3. So if you haven't seen what I've done, please go back and check out what I have done to add the rows. I've added 6 on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to add 6 on this side as well. So on the same row, this is where we are going to add our 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's right here. This is where we are going to start adding our 6. All right, so we have done this side. I'm going to show you how to do the top of the neck. We need to do the top of the neck this side. Let me just zoom out so that you can see. So this is how our crochet looks. So now we're going to do the side. I'm going to show you how to do the side. You want to match the colors as well. So we are going to go this side and then we go into the same space. All right, so this is the same space. Okay, so now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then go into the next space with 3 double crochets. And then we go into the next space with 3 double crochets. So we are going to be decreasing on the one side of our sweater, our crochet sweater. So I'm just going to finish off this row, or I'm going to do it until the end, and then I'll meet you at the end. At the end here. We are at the end. I've put in 2 double crochets in here, and I'm going to put 1 double crochet on the anchor chain so that it goes up like this. Don't just put it in the middle. It's not gonna look right. So now we chain 1, we're going back, 2, 3, and then we are going to go into this space. We're not going to crochet here. This is what you're going to do on this side, even with the next row. So this side you're going to, when you come back, you put in 2 in here and then 1 on the top. So right, that's 3. So all right, I'm going back on the row, 2, 3, and then I'm going to show you we are going to decrease. Just need to throw that there so that it's out of my way. We are going to decrease when we reach the other side. All right, so we are doing double crochets, 3 double crochets, and then 3 double crochets in here, 2, 3, and then we are going to do 1 double crochet, or crochet 1 double crochet on the anchor, on top of the anchor here. See, so that there's 1 here. So now we are going to cut off, and we are going to join our yarn, which is the brown one. If you're not changing color, you don't have to do this. So we're gonna turn that around, do that, and I am tying this one here, and then on this row also, or on this line, you just make a double crochet by saying 1, 2, 3, chaining 1, 2, 3, and then we go into the next space. We're not going in here, we're going in here. So you are going to continue and do this. This is a decrease, and we are continuing with the row. There we go. So there's 1 here. So when you come back, you're going to do as we did on this row. I'm going to crochet 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 rows. So if you don't know how to decrease, go back and watch what I did here. You are just going to do that, and then on this side you're going to do what we did by putting in 2 in this side and then 1 on the anchor. All right, we have done both of the panels, and remember the panels, you need to start them in the middle. So this is where I started in the middle with the other one, but you can count how many, 2, 4 and all of that until you reach the middle. So now this is how the front looks. The back panel is going to be slightly different. Actually, you need to use the front panel to sort of measure the length of the back panel. So we are going to do a single crochet, or a chain actually. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to just measure to see how long it's going to be at the back, and then I'll tell you how many chains I've made. I did 70 chains, and I'm going to chain 1, 2, and then I'm going to do double crochets just going straight. I'm going to put in a double crochet in each chain. So I'm going to put a double crochet in each chain going all the way to the other side. So the back I am going to do the pattern as well, but it's going to be slightly different. I'm not going to do it like the front, and I'm not going to change color as often as I did in the front. So for now, just do the double crochets going all the way to the end of the chain. So double crochets to the end of the chain, and I will see you at the end of the chain. This is the end of the row, and what we are going to do now is crochet. I'm trying to make it light here. Yeah, it's start with the pattern. So I've chained 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to count 1, 2, and then in the third we are going to do 3 double crochets. And we are going to count again 1, 2, and then in the third we do 3 double crochets. So we are going to continue with this pattern. And then in the third, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and so forth. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 double crochets. So I'm going to continue with this pattern, and then I will meet you at the end of the row. So this is how it looks. I have reached the end of the row. I'm trying to get this to be a bit brighter so it's visible. So I chained 1, I'm going to chain 2, 3, and then here we are going to go underneath. So where the space, you go in with 2 so that they make it into 3 double crochets, and then you carry on with your double crochets in each stitch. And when you reach the end, there is going to be a space. If there's a space, anytime there's a space, you put in. So this is how it looks. So when you reach the end and there's a space, you're going to put in 2 double crochets and then 1 on the anchor so that it's 3. And then when you turn the work around, you're going to do it like this, where it's 1 double crochet and then you go into the next space. So that's how you are going to continue with your work. I am going to crochet the back, and what you want to do is to make enough rows to reach here. just do that, move that, to reach the length of up to here. Because remember, we have to decrease when we get here. So I'm going to do enough rows. I'll let you know how many rows I did in order to get here. We have done the length of this front panel, so this is where it ends, and now you are just going to put this on here so that you can see the length properly. So you can count 1, 2, 3, and then on the fourth, on the last, so this is where we are going to start. We're going to start here. So make sure that it's aligned where you're going to start to increase going up. So at the back, we're just going to increase and make it straight. We're not going to do what we did here in front. So same thing that we have been doing. I'm going to use this yarn now. On other things, so I'm going to do gonna come here, and I'm going to tie there. So here, since it's right before a space, I'm going to go here and chain 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go under, chain 1, 2, so there is 3, and then we are going to continue and do our make our 3 double crochets in each space up until where the other one ends this side. So I'll show you when I get here, and then I'm going to turn around, and then you're just going to continue and do the same amount of rows from here, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So you're going to do 21 rows going up. So I'm just going to do this row, turn around, and then come back here, and then we're going to finish off this, and then we are going to put our vest, our crochet vest together. Okay, so I have reached the last one that I want to do because I want them to be the same length. So what I'm going to do in this one is I'm going to do 2 double crochet and then 1 on the last double crochet in the previous row. So chain 1, 2, 3, and then because there's 3 here, we're going to go into this space. You see, so we continue that way, and you are going to do that even when you get to the end of the row. There's going to be 1 double crochet that is left, like here. You're going to do 3 double crochets in here and then 1 in the last row. So 1 double crochet, and then you turn around with your work and you continue, and then when you end here, there's going to be 3 in here, so it's 2 and 1 on the border to make it straight. So I am going to continue until I reach the end here, and then we'll put together the crochet vest. I have completed the back, and now we are going to put it together. You can use a crochet hook. I always use you can use the yarn needle. I just prefer to use the crochet hook. So I'm just going to tie this here so that we can go underneath. Now I just need to make sure, actually, this is the Okay, so I'm going to do this. So I want this to be the inside. So if you want it to be the inside, you're gonna have to turn it inside out. Both panels must face each other. So I'm going to do that. You can see which side looks nicer. So we are going to put it together by just going in the space and then going in the back space and doing single crochets to put it together. There's single crochet. Just go under, go over, and there you go. We are going to put it together that way. So I'm going to put this side together, and then off camera I'm going to put the other side together. So we are just going to end it with the last piece that side, which was the anchor double crochet. All right, so this is how I put it together. This is how it looks on the inside. So we are going to do the same thing on this side, and then we're going to do the same thing this side from here to here, and then the other side from here to here. And then we are going to do our ribbing. We're going to crochet our ribbing on this side, at the bottom here, and around the neck. All right, I've put together the vest, and this is how it looks on the outside. So I've taken it inside out. So now I am going to show you how to do the neck, and then you will be able to just crochet through the arms and then at the bottom here. So before you can crochet the ribbing part, we are going to do a single crochet around so that it makes it easier for us to do that. So we are going to tie here, and then we are going to do single crochets. So go to the bottom, and then we're going to do a single crochet. So we do the middle and the bottom. So the bottom is where there's double crochets joined. So you can see this is here, and then this is the bottom, which is the where the line ends. Oh my gosh, I don't know where or how to find the words that I want to say, but yeah, you do the middle of the double crochet or the 3 chains, and then where the 3 chains joined something else or joined the other row. So in the middle and there, and then in the middle and the anchor. So we are going to go around with the single crochet. So we did the anchor, and then we go to the middle. We're going to go around, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And we are not going to join these 2 rows because we don't want them joining it. So all right, I'm going to continue with this work, and I will meet you at the end. So this is how it looks. We have reached the other side of our work on the neck, and now we are going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice I haven't joined them here. So with that being said, we're going to chain 1 and then go back into the first chain of the 5. And we do single crochets. 3, 4, 5, and then we go into the next space and we are going to slip stitch, and then we go into the next space and we slip stitch, chain 1, and then we go back and we are going to do 3 single crochets in the back loops. See if I can go in further. So there's the back loops here. 1, so you can count to make sure that you have the same size. 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 1, then we are going back and you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are going to slip stitch at the bottom in the next space. So we slip stitch and we slip stitch, then we chain 1 and turn our work around, and we go into the back loop with 5 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, and then we go back with that work. So this is how it looks, and I'm going to continue and do that. If you're still confused, please go back and watch. I'm going to go around the neck until I come back this side. So this is how it looks now at the moment. I'm going to show you how to put the neck together. You are actually going to need the yarn needle. So this is how the neck looks, and it is inside out. So what we are going to do is we are going to go, you can see how they look now. We're going to turn it inside out again. So this was the outside. Go inside, and then you are going to hold these together, and then we're going to put them together by using our yarn needle and just going straight. So at first, this is what I'm going to do. Let me just tie it just in case. And then I'm going to just go in straight with my yarn. Oh, my yarn is starting to rain now. Sorry about the noise. I am almost done. Needle. So by straight, I mean it's going to be a straight line like this. So it's going to form a triangle. So I'm just gonna go under and then go over, and then under, and then over here, and then under where I left off, and then right at the almost edge, and then I'm going to go and go right at the end there. I'm sorry you can't see it, I'm just doing that. But yeah, basically you make a straight line. It's a straight line here, and then you go under, and then you're going to do this one more time to tie it. All right, so we're going to cut off, and then we will yarn this in when we finish. So now we go and we do our arms. So this is how it looks now. We need to do the arms and the bottom. So remember, you start with the single crochet first. So this is how our neck looks. This is how the neck looks. So beautiful. And then now we are going to do the arms, single crochet around, and then do what we did. So with the arms we can do the same size of 5, or we can do 8, and then the bottom we can do 10. So you do single crochets 10, and then here you can do 8, and then here we did 5. Remember, we counted 5 and then we went back. It must do 5. So here we're going to do 8 and then 10 at the bottom after we do what? Our single stitches. I just quickly want to show you how I join these two. So I have done the arm. I'm just going to show you the arm quickly. So let's zoom out. So here's the neck and here's the arm. So I've done the arm. I ended at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside and I'm going to drag these two ends together. Gonna come back in now, drag these two ends together, and we are just going to put them together with the crochet hook. We go this side and then you can separate them just to see where the other things are. So we do that with the single crochet like we did when we were putting them together. So we are going to do that. So I'm just going to show you how you put them together. You must do the same thing with the waist, and then we're gonna cut it off with the waist crochet band, if you call it a band, and then you're just gonna hide the things under here and under here. So you just go in and hide it, and so that it looks neat. So there we go. There is our arm. This is how it looks, and then I'm going to do the other arm on the side. So here also you just need to take your crochet hook and grab the other pieces of yarn so that your work looks neat. So you just grab it and push it back inside. So yeah, this is how it looks so far, and I'm going to do this side and then the bottom, and we shall be done with our project. It is absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to wear it. This is the final look of our vest. I did the bottom, I did the arms and the neck. This is how it looks at the back. This is how I did the colors. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment or like the video. Thank you. It's a nice gift actually. I might just gift it to somebody. I don't know.